wasn't going to be a very popular spot today, but I'm joined by Kasey. Kasey, I appreciate you coming by here on this hot, steamy Saturday Labor Day weekend down here in Darlington.
Yeah, no problem. Glad to come by. I wish we were getting this round for sure, but we're just a little too free with that Dumont Chevrolet, and we'll have to. Now it's just race, so yeah, I think we'll be better in race than what we were there qualifying.
Well, first I want to talk about your paint scheme. I had flashbacks of a bad time when you guys completely annihilated everybody back in that scheme at 06, I think it was. You won 6 races, 6 poles. It seems like every mile and a half track you were the guy to beat.
Yeah, that was a lot of that was car 128, if I remember right.
That little left side frame. I remember that
really
car.
Good. And, I think we won 4 of them with that car, maybe. So that was a great car. Had a lot of speed. Kenny Francis was tuning on it, and our whole group was strong that year, really strong.
So all weekend long, we're going to talk about the throwback. We're also going to talk about this racetrack. So we see qualifying right here. Kevin Harvick's out there making a lap. So we know how tough the racetrack is. In your mind, though, which end is tougher for you?
Well, right there in qualifying, turn 1 was my hardest point. I felt like the track picked up a good bit of grip right as you would load, as you would lift, and the car would load. My car turned a lot sharper through there, so the way you usually just kind of let it gradually get up to the wall, and I was kind of sideways through there. So for me, it was 1, but a lot of times it's 3 and 4, and then also the choice, the lane choice you run there. There's 3 choices basically in 3 and 4, and you see a variety of that going on today, but it seems like the middle has been pretty good to me in 3 and 4 qualifying.
Yeah, we were wondering, I know it's a new left side tire. Dale was talking earlier that he thought that might change the way guys run through 3 and 4. We see Suarez here. This is exiting, I think, turn 4 right there. Yeah, that's exiting 4 coming down the front stretch. He was a little bit higher. We saw Menard in the middle. So you think there's 3 real options at that end of the racetrack?
Yeah, I think for sure there's 3, and there'll be 3 in the race as well. I mean, you can kind of go wherever, but I feel like there's a little more grip in basically 3 spots than the other places. But yeah, it's all about, you know, how hard you can get in without slowing down the car and then end up in that lane that you want to accelerate and get in.
So the big news this year, you announced, all right, I'm all done with this full-time racing. I thought that was interesting. So, talking to the fans, I know you've done that with the podcast and a bunch of different things, but it sounds like you're ready to keep driving, just not a full-year commitment to what it takes to run all year in NASCAR at the top level.
Yeah, absolutely. I love racing. I still do. And I've put a lot into it over the years and still really enjoy that. But yeah, I feel like if I ran all 38 races again next year, I'm not sure I could make that commitment to the team to give 100% like the entire season, and I feel like you need to do that. There's guys here that can, so you know I want to do something different. I'll run my sprint car, maybe run some cup races. You never know, a couple, and then maybe who knows what other types of cars. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun. And then this race I was actually thinking next year me and Tanner be in the grandstands.
I was gonna say
actually watch a race, enjoy it, and have fun there.
So I asked them not to have any flashbacks, but they did because these hurt me because I was the losing end of all these. We're gonna go back to Coca-Cola 600 back in 2006. That car, that chassis you talked about, Kenny Francis. I mean, this is one of many dominating performances that year.
Yeah, that was for whatever reason, Charlotte was kind of our track there for about 3 or 4 or 5 years. And it didn't matter what race it was, the All-Star, the 600, the Bank of America race, it didn't matter. We had good speed, we run the car different ways and everything, and still be really good at that track. And I think the team, Kenny just had it figured out, and I was the lucky one that got to drive it, and the car was super good.
Have you really been able to step back and kind of look back? You know, I had to do that as well, right? So I stopped crew chiefing, went up into the broadcast booth, and it took a little bit of time to appreciate maybe what I had done throughout those years. Have you had a chance to look back at some of the numbers you put up? They're impressive. You've won a lot of races.
Yeah, so before I decided to pull back some, I didn't look at any of that. And then after I did, I actually saw a lot of, people talking and, tweeting me or just different stories that I saw, and I was like, man, I forgot about that, and I forgot about that, and I forgot about that. And that was pretty cool. But I haven't looked back real closely. I think maybe down the road we will.
So we have qualified, not a lot of cars on the racetrack. We see most have already run, and the tires are still valuable. Let's look ahead to the race. Southern 500, 500 miles. One of the few races you haven't gone to victory lane yet. What is the challenge of Darlington and the Southern 500?
Well, the challenge is it's a long race. It's hard on your car. It's hard on you mentally, physically too, because of the heat here. But I think you can just make the smallest. You lose concentration for the smallest little bit, and because you're up against the wall or because your tires are so worn out, you can get into the fence so easily, and it usually doesn't ruin your car, but it will definitely affect the speed of your car. And I've had cars that were first place cars, fifth place cars at the time, just touch the wall and you lose 3 or 4 spots, and that's where you're at the rest of the race. So it's just a really technical, precise place, and that's why it's been one of my favorite tracks from the start. And it tears your tires up, so you have to really feel the rear of the car kind of moving around.
Yeah, big magnifier. So you took us through your qualifying lap. We actually have a replay here. You're talking about turn 1 and the difficulties. We'll take a look. This is your qualifying lap here.
Yeah, so that was our, I pulled in after that one. That one didn't work out as well.
One corner you knew, that was enough.
Yeah, I ran 3 times there, and that was the middle run.
Yep.
And I only made it to about the center 1 and 2 on that one. So we made a 3rd run and went a little bit quicker, but just had to really slow my hands down on entry. And yesterday it was just the exact opposite. I had to turn, give a good bit of wheel on entry and exit, and today it wasn't like that.
It's funny you talk about that. You know, you and I have been teammates before, been in the debriefs. Every driver talks about their car and debriefs differently. I hear Dale Jr. talk about it, Jeff Burton. You always talk about your hands and how you've had to use your hands. Is that kind of your reference? When you're describing the car, are your hands doing what the front tires want them to do?
Right. I think it really has been forever, because whenever I've had a really positive front end, then for whatever reason I have more control of the back of the car. And you know, so right there, the front end was very positive, and I didn't have control of the back, but that was just driver error. They wanted to make changes to tighten up the car, and I'm like, man, I don't really think that would help. I think I just need to slow my hands down. So we left the car, went back out, and went 3 tenths quicker than what we had.
Well, you say driver error. You didn't get into the wall. So if I'm your crew chief, I'm thankful because there's no margin.
Yeah, there's no margin, but we're still a half second off of where we needed to be, you know, to be in the top 5 of the board.
See Kurt Busch right here. Got that big win a couple weeks ago at Bristol. Another track that I think is demanding on the driver. We'll see if he can find a little bit more. This is going to be difficult, right? Because now these guys are going out and making runs on even older tires. How do you manage that? How do you guess how much grip those tires have?
Yeah, I mean, slowing down here, coming in the pits, cooling the car off, the tires, the engine, all that stuff helps a good bit. You can go out and make another lap and have pretty good grip still. To me, Kurt got back down the hill in turn 2 really well.
11 quick, yeah.
Yeah, I got to 11. So he got down the back stretch pretty good in 2, 3, and 4. He ran the bottom of 3 and 4 there, which everybody has a different way, and a lot has to do with, you know, you're driving for one, but also your car setup. There's a lot of times you can't run the bottom if you're really good on the wall.
Yeah, we see a lot of other guys right here. The time expires, all trending in the red. You mentioned it, the grip goes away in the tires. Looks like that's going to be our top 12. Almirola is going to be the last one to sneak in. Kasey, I can't thank you enough. It's so cool with you guys. It is. It's a hot, steamy day, but you get right out of the race car. I know it's disappointing when you don't move forward, but to come up here, join us, talk about it, help the fans understand what qualifying is like. Here, Darlington.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for inviting me and getting to hang out a little bit.
Appreciate it. See, guys, even as hot as it is, the pit box is still a place to hang out.
We agree. We agree. For you, it's the best place to hang out, Steve. So